Welcome to Sky Motoring's Christmas wishlist for 2007 with me, Alistair Weaver. Now, no car has garnered more attention in the past 12 months than the R8. Audi's first supercar has been a sellout success. But we want to know if it really is the Porsche eater that its maker would have us believe. To find out, we thought about taking it to some exotic test track in a sunny clime, but that would have been cheating. If this car really is the all-weather, everyday supercar, then it must perform on a wet, windy December day across the Severn Estuary in deepest Wales. I'll be driving it hard on some of the UK's most challenging roads and seeking the expert opinion of my Sky Motoring colleagues, Owen and John. And to see if all the hype really is justified, we'll be putting it head-to-head with the most iconic sports car of them all. Audi was determined to make the R8 easy to live with. On the sort of dual carriageways and motorways you find here in Wales, it's as quiet and refined as an Audi saloon car. In fact, you can argue that the ride quality is actually better than an Audi A4. This car is designed to show the cynics that Audi really can take on the might of BMW, Mercedes and even Porsche. The Brecon Beacons is proof that you don't have to travel far to find some of Europe's most spectacular scenery. Most of it's located right here in the UK. These narrow country lanes might seem better suited to a 4x4 than a four-wheel drive supercar, but the Audi's actually very easy to drive. It's by no means intimidating. The only slight problem is its width, which can make it quite hard to place on the road. To be honest, that's true of most supercars. It's quite a bold move for Audi, isn't it, really? If you're going to target anything, targeting a kind of the icon that is the 911 is, take some of the old lads.
This car looks very concept in its look compared to something like a 911, which has just really had an evolution of styling.
It is very techy.
Yeah, which is why I think it's getting so much attention.
The car itself is such a really clean and sort of sheer surfacing, and then you got this really nice sort of jewellery with the headlight details.
Even with that ridiculous carbon
it's not ridiculous at all. I think it's a really nice detail because the car is really...
1,500 quid.
It's 1,500 quid, but it's already 80 grand to start off with.
So therefore it's okay.
Yeah.
This is the business end of the R8, a 4.2 litre naturally aspirated V8, situated bang in the middle of the car, exactly where it should be on a sports car. It's shared with the RS4 and develops 414 horsepower. Now, the entry-level price of an R8 is about 78 grand, which doesn't sound too bad until you start delving into the options list. If you like this rather nasty piece of carbon fibre, that's 1,500 quid. More carbon inside, 1,650. Parking sensors stop you crashing in Tesco's, 1,200, and if your clutch control's not very good, 80 quid for hill assist. I mean, if we are talking about an 80 grand car, it needs to drive right, doesn't it? It can't just be a fancy accessory. Maybe in Chelsea, but not anywhere else.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing about it. I think they've made it the cabin really refined and cosseted. So because they know that their audience are going to be using this car on a daily basis. Everything is exactly where you want it. I don't know how they've done it really, but I mean, there's so much practicality with that car.
Only a couple of things I'm not 100% sure about. One is this magnetic ride, which is a £1,350 option. You prod this little button on the centre console, which transforms it from a soft, civilised saloon car almost into a hard-edged road racer. The only problem is on Welsh roads like this, and in the UK generally, the ideal setting would be somewhere in between. Soft feels a little too soft, and firm's just a bit harsh. I mean, it is the most talked about car of 2007, John. Do you think that's justified?
This is Audi's first attempt at a supercar, and it's quite remarkable in that respect. I mean, Porsche's been at this game doing it for about 40 odd years now. And if you think of Audi, it goes really against all logic and all expectations that we've got as journalists, that someone can just come out with a supercar and for it to be this good, so soon.
I was one of those people when the R8 was first announced, a little bit cynical. But to be honest, Audi's really pulled this car off. Not only is it quick in a straight line, 0 to 60, 4.6 seconds, so it can be really naughty, top speed of 187 miles an hour, but it's also terrific in the corners. The steering's nicely weighted, and the Quattro drivetrain doesn't make it understeer too much, it's all nicely balanced, and you can actually learn to play with it. It's one of those cars that flatters the experience without defending the amateur. Join us next time as we put the R8 head-to-head with its biggest foe, the icon that is the Porsche 911.